Yo, what's up guys? Today I've got the 4th episode of my one build from PvM series. Now in this series, usually each episode I go to 5 different bosses, but in this episode I only went to 3 different bosses. But we did actually end up getting quite a lot of money from those bosses, so let's see which bosses that we went to. The first boss that I went to was Kirill, and if you don't know who that is, it's the Zamorak god boss. I killed him 97 times, and this was in around 1.5 to 2 hours, I'll just say 2 hours for the sake of this video. And I wasn't as lucky as I usually am at Kirill. I didn't actually end up getting any big drops from the boss himself, however I did end up getting a drop from one of his minions. Just take a look at this screenshot. As you can see, Kirill is still doing his death animation, so his drops haven't dropped yet, and there are a pair of boots of subjugation on the floor. So yeah, one of his minions dropped the boots, and I think this is my first ever time that I'm getting a big drop from one of the minions. I usually just end up getting War Priest pieces from them, but actually this time we ended up getting a rare drop from them. So let's take a look at the final price check from our trips at Kirill. As you can see from here, I'm just going to be using rune metrics to show you the drop, since it's a lot easier for you to see and it's a lot easier for me to use as well. So the total value that we got from Kirill himself was 2.1 mil, and the majority of this just came from coin drops. As you can see, we also got a God Sword Shard 1 in there as well. But yeah, apart from the coin drops, the other drops were kind of lackluster. Now let's take a look at the minions, can't really forget about them. This is the minion that the Boots of Subjugation dropped from. As you can see, the Boots of Subjugation are around 780k. I actually thought they were more than that. I thought they were like 2 mil or something, but I guess they must have gone down recently for some reason. So yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. And if you've never been to Kirill before, the drops that you should look out for from the minions are the Wine of Zamorak drops. They drop these in noted form, so you can just keep picking them up. And as you can see from here, we made a little over 350k just from them. Don't ask why it says 0.714, I have no idea why it does that. I might actually post a thread on Reddit to see if Jagex can fix that, because it does get quite annoying from time to time. But anyway, yeah, that was the first minion. The second minion earned us a little over 700k, and the third minion was more or less the same, just a bit less than 700k. So in total, we earned 5 mil from those 97 Kirill kills. Honestly, that's not as bad as I thought. That's still like, what, 2.5 mil an hour? Probably a bit more, since it didn't actually take me 2 hours to do this. Like I said, it did take me like an hour and a half. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. The next monster that we went to was Commander Ileana, aka the Saradomin God Wars boss. I killed her 372 times, and this took around 6 hours, and I'm actually really happy with the amount of drops that I got. So in case you didn't know, this is on my list for my Road to World boss drop series, and that's basically why I camped her for these 6 hours. So where do we start? Oh yeah, the first drop that we ever got was the Saradomin hilt, which is the most expensive one from Commander Ileana. Now I didn't take a screenshot of it on the floor and everything because I just basically forgot, but I just scrolled up and took a screenshot of the chat log. So yeah, that was our first drop, and Saradomin hilts are worth around 9 mil at the moment, so I was extremely happy with that. We also got the second most valued drop, which is the offhand armadillo crossbow, and that's around 5 mil. I also got all the amulets that she drops, so that's the Saradomin Hiss, the Saradomin's Murmur, and the Saradomin's Whisper. Those aren't really worth anything, they're like 200 to 300k each I think, or maybe even less than that, they're probably like 100k, but they're still a unique drop, so I kinda have to mention them. We also got 2 Saradomin swords, and these don't actually appear in the message box, as you can see in the bottom left. I don't know why these have been taken off. Yes, I know the value is only like, what, 200k, but so are the amulets, so yeah, not sure why these don't display a message when you get them. And then to finish it all off, we got another Saradomin hilt. So yeah, that's just another 9 mil to add to the price check. And speaking of the price check, let's take a look at how it looks. So from Commander Ileana herself, in 372 kills, we got 33 mil. As you can see, we got all the drops there, and a surprising almost 2 mil in coins. Didn't actually think that she dropped that many coins when I was doing her, but I guess it does just add up over time. So yeah, always pick up your coins when you are doing bossing. And on top of getting 33 mil from Ileana, we also got an extra 3 mil from all of her minions. That brings the total price check to 36 mil, so I got 36 mil in 6 hours, so that means it's 6 mil an hour. Now if you're gonna go here, I would not expect to get 6 mil an hour. I'm pretty sure I just got really lucky in the amount of time that I did it in. Realistically, it's probably still around 2.5 to 3 mil an hour like all the other God Wars dungeon bosses, but yeah, like I said, I just got lucky. Speaking of getting lucky, let's move on to the boss that I did next, and that was the Twin Furies. Once again, this boss was on my list for my Road to World boss drop series, so that's why I was camping this for such a long time. I killed 353 of them in 10 hours, and honestly killing the Twin Furies is pretty fun, especially when you do actually end up getting a big drop, because then it just motivates you to carry on getting kills. So yeah, let's just take a look at the drops that we got. I got 3 Blade of Avarices, and I really just want a Blade of Nymora so I can finish this guy off. Blade of Nymora is the only drop that I need, and I didn't actually end up getting one of those. But anyway, Blade of Avarice is only worth around 990k, so it's not even a mil drop, so that's kinda sad. And also bear in mind that all these kills were done with 100% reputation with Zamorak. And even though the blade is worth under 1 mil, it does not matter because of our next 3 drops, and those are 3 crest of Zamoraks. Yes, we did end up getting 3 of them in 10 hours. I'm not sure if that's good or not, but I'm pretty sure it is. Because if we go take a look at the price check of this all, this will make my total amount made to 80 mil. 80 mil in 10 hours, that means I made 8 mil an hour doing this. And I'm pretty sure I haven't heard anyone saying that Twin Furies is 8 mil an hour. It usually is the standard like 3 to 5, but I just got extremely lucky once again. So yeah, because of this I'm actually really content doing Twin Furies whenever I'm just bored. Even though after this I think I'm just going to move on to Vindicta because their crest and the Dragon Rider Lance are just worth so much more. So yeah, in the next episode you might see Vindicta. So that is it with the bosses that we killed. Let's take a look at the summary of today's episode. We got 5 mil from Kirill, 22 mil from Commander Ileana, and 80 million from Twin Furies. That brings the episode total to 121 mil, and the series total to exactly 500 mil. So we are halfway there on our way to 1 bill. This has actually flown by really quickly. I didn't actually expect to get this much money this quick. But I mean, hey, the quicker the money comes, the more happy I am. I'm not complaining. That being said, that's the end of today's episode. If you want to see me killing any bosses in the future, please let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching, subscribe if you're new, and peace!